Hello everybody, we're bringing some more stuff, and today I'm going to be recording a PEGCAST, and I have to say I wasn't really expecting it. I wasn't really expecting to record a PEGCAST, right? I was expecting to not be doing all that much driving once I went to Redlands. But here I am. I've been driving Cammy to Irvine quite a bit. And so I'm there now. It's 12:16. A wonderful time of night to begin an hour-long drive. I had some caffeine, so I should be able to make it back without a hitch. That being said, I don't wanna. I feel gross. My tummy hurts. That's because I didn't eat well. I didn't eat well at all, Penguins. I ate terribly. And sorry, I know I probably left you guys hanging on that cliff a lot for the Japan trip story. I am going to get back to it this episode. But basically, you know, I drove Cammy to Irvine today because we were going to go see an Angels game. And this feels sacrilegious because of Dusty's allegiances. But awesome. Love an extremely loud car at 12:15 in the middle of the night. I love it. We were going to go see an Angels game because Allie works for the Angels, okay? She doesn't work for them for much longer. But as of right now, she does in fact work for the Angels. So we got free tickets, and it was mostly like a let's go support Allie kind of thing. So I decided that we really should do it, you know? We really should go and support her. So we went, and it just means that it's an hour-long drive to get back to Irvine, where I pass the stadium on the drive back. Then I drive back to the stadium. I'm driving everybody. Then I drive back from the stadium to Irvine in the opposite direction, and from Irvine back to home. Home being Redlands. I'm not sure that I would say it feels like home just yet, but we're getting there. We're getting a lot closer. It's honestly really stressful. It's really, really stressful. I have a lot to talk about, and since I've been starting my kind of counseling classes, I've been thinking a lot about it a lot, and this is just like a huge life change for me that brings about a lot of stress, and it calls to my mind a lot of things that I just actually am kind of freaked out about, you know, like a lot of you could call it triggering, I suppose. I don't know, just the way that it'll affect my and Cammy's relationship. It's just it's frightening. It's not bad, right? I know we can do it, and I know that we will do it, but it's just stressful. And that's a lot to manage when you're doing it at the same time as beginning grad school, especially when you didn't give yourself any time to kind of settle in. So we moved in fully on the 31st, and my classes formally began on the 2nd. So I had about 1 day, right? We still have not technically fully assembled our bed. Now we have, right? We had huge bed chronicles, because my mom was like, here is the bed that's most similar to the bed you have now. And she found this by looking online. One thing she was wrong about. She said that they didn't make the same bed frame, and she sent me one and said, this is the closest to the one that you have. They do still make that bed frame. Okay? So I got a worse bed frame. And she just made a mistake. The other thing she was right about, kind of, and that was the mattress. So she told me to get this specific box spring mattress, and you can think of it as like a box spring mattress will have like sections to it, right? It'll be sectioned off. So it'll be like small horizontal lines across it, or like it'll be small sections of horizontal lines, like more horizontal lines across it for more sections, or it'll be less sections. At least the way IKEA does it is that increased sections means increased price, in terms of these two beds at least. My mother suggests the one with more sections. Okay? My bed that I have been sleeping on at home is actually a mix of both. Okay? So it will have like 3 sections, right? It'll have like 3 sections that are... Whoa. Okay. I mean, that guy almost just fully ran me off the road. I tried to get on at the entrance and he just like... I mean, the speed limit is 65. He has to be going at least like 77 or something. He's like flying and bullied me out of my lane. So it's okay. I also almost got hit today because I was merging onto the highway after the Angels game, where, by the way, they got demolished by the Athletics, who I think don't have a city right now, question mark, is what I was told. The Angels got absolutely mollywopped. Like, it wasn't even, there was nothing. It was miserable. They hit 2 home runs in a row. I don't know how that happened. They still lost by like more than 10, I believe. So, it was bad. The point is, I almost hit a guy because he like very slowly, like kind of just drifted into the crosswalk wearing all dark clothes that like blocked the freeway entrance. Just like right in front of when I was driving. And so I almost didn't see him. So I slowed down and I stopped. Okay, I almost didn't see him is kind of bad. I wasn't going to hit this guy, right? Like, I had a lot of time from the time I saw him. I slowed down, and I didn't slow down fast enough that, like, my water bottle came off the seat. You know what I'm saying? But then another car, like, kind of whips around the corner right behind me and just starts driving at me really fast. And so the guy had crossed the street, and I kind of floored it, like, to get out of the way. I'm not sure whether I had to or not. It is highly possible that I would have been fine had I not driven forward at all, and the car behind me did stop in time. But I pressed the gas and, like, heard a loud thud. And I knew it wasn't that my car got hit, right? Because it wasn't the my car just got hit sound. It was the something moved in the back seat sound. That being said, it was, the timing was such that it made me, like, worry, you know? So, it was fine. But yeah. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, so my bed that I've been sleeping on for years, which I love, by the way, whenever I invited my friends over in high school, I would be like, guys, you have to lay on my bed. And they were like, what? And I was like, I'm taking off the sheet, I'm pulling it down. You're laying on your back on my bed, and you can feel the pain leave your body. And it, like, kind of, it's like you feel like a ouch feeling, but it just, like, heals you, and all the pain leaves you, and it's beautiful. It's the most comfortable bed I've ever slept on in my life. It's, like, amazing. It's amazing. And so it has, like, 3 little sections and then 1 big section, and then 3 little sections and then 1 big section. And the places in which these little and big sections are placed on the bed, the spacing at which they are, is really, it's like perfect for me. Like, it cups my butt so that my butt goes low, so that my back can feel like contact on the bed, and specifically like the part of my lower back that I feel like needs it the most. like, it doesn't cup my shoulder blades too tight, so I don't, like, feel things on my shoulder blades, because, you know, I'm very sensitive. I thought Cammie was gonna say, oh, my little princess and the pea baby, but instead she said, oh, my little on the spectrum baby, when I said I didn't like the mattress that we bought because it had too many sections, it had too many lines. So that wasn't fun, that was evil. But the point is, we hate this bed, and the bed frame also didn't come with enough slats, and we think that's the problem, but the issue was that whenever you put enough pressure on my side of the bed, it would sink into the bed frame and not recover, and then I would wake up in a lot of physical pain, and I was exhausted. So, like, Gabe and Carson and Dusty all came over to visit, and I was just, like, miserable. Like, I was insufferable. Okay, I wasn't... Whoa! Okay. Ha ha ha. I'm safe. I'm safe, haha. I wish I wasn't speaking with that voice when I got surprised, because it made me say whoa like a total idiot. If I wasn't trying to enunciate myself and speak with this cadence, then I wouldn't have gone whoa like a freaking loser. But I didn't just die, so that's good. I did have to slow down because the car that was trying to, like, sneakily swerve in and out, like, came really close to, like, merging into the front of my car, but that's okay. That's okay. Cammie said that Irvine drivers are notoriously bad, and I always kind of thought that was a hoax until I was in Redlands, and this person, like, almost put everybody in danger. Like, they were obviously just the worst driver ever. And then I saw, like, an Irvine's license plate holder on the back of their car, and I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm in threat all the time when I'm driving to Irvine, and then I go to Redlands, and the only issue I have is from the one dude with an Irvine license plate holder. Like, maybe it's real. Maybe Irvine drivers are bad, you know? I wonder what it is. Maybe it's because they're not used to driving, because they have all that infinite wealth and affluence from their little... You can't even say gentrified community, because it was always this way. They're not used to driving, so they mess it up when they try. Anyways, my bed is horrible, and, like, the whole time Gabe and Carson are over, I just, like, am kind of an idiot. Like, I'm feeling really weird, I'm so exhausted, I'm, like, not functioning at a normal level, like, it's just bad, you know? I'm not miserable, parentheses, sad, I'm miserable, like, to be around. Like, it was just not good, like, I was not normal. And I feel bad, because I think I didn't make that great of an impression with Carson, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. It would have worked out with a little more, you know, whatever. But, so we were like, we gotta fix this bed. And the plan was that I was gonna bring my mattress from home and then build the Lingor bed, which is the one that I already had. And then Cammie and I would test mattresses, find the comfiest mattress, and then tell my mother that that's the one she should get and bring home. So we tested mattresses, and we found the comfiest one, and we bought the bed, and then we went to our apartment. Our apartment. It's so fun to say. And we disassembled the old bed and loaded it up into the U-Haul that my mother and Steve graciously brought over. Thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. And then we built the Lingor bed and we put the mattress on it, and that's our bed now. The only problem was that or I guess the only thing that says that we haven't completed it yet is that there's a cover, like a Lingor cover, that it goes on top of the bed frame, and it just like, I don't really know what purpose it serves, but it goes on top of the bed frame but underneath the mattress, and we haven't put that on yet, but it's not like a necessary piece as much as the other ones are. Wow, that guy has to be going 100. It's not like a necessary piece. Sorry if you can hear the crinkling. I'm kind of wiping my nose. So, you know, we have built our bed, except we haven't put the cover on. As far as I can tell, the cover is just to, like, protect your mattress from getting splinters in it, maybe, question mark? But I don't know. I'm excited to put the cover on, because then it'll feel like our bed is done. But that's the bed chronicles. I guess at this point, I will get back to the hot topic, which is my Japan trip. So, as I last left you, we had just finished the like PlayStation pop-up. Oh my god. There's a police car just like slowing everyone down. Oh, they're actually pulling over somebody. I guess they can't slow us all down if they're pulling over one fella. Huh. But, oh, also, we stopped at High Life after. Cammy was having, like, some weird PMS craving, and, so we went to High Life, and I got my Coca-Cola. But now I just have a pink lemonade, because I drank enough Coca-Cola. So, that's what's up. But yeah, last I left you off, we had just finished the Sony pop-up where I got my Ape Escape mouse pad and my Toro Inoue plushie and my Ape Escape iron-on or sew-on patch. So, it's at this point of the story where Cammy goes Omega Girlfriend mode for the next 2 hours. And, you know, I only say this, like, as a joke. Like, I don't actually, you know, I have no qualms with the way that she was acting. It did not annoy me at all. That being said, it is very funny. So, we, okay. We went to T's Tauntaun, right? The ramen place. We finally made it there after our train travel. And we wanted to try, they basically had like two main ramens there. They had the normal one and then the black sesame one. And so we were like, okay, let's get both and we'll see what's up. I ordered the black sesame one, Cammy ordered the basic one. We ended up liking the opposite. I thought the basic one was really yummy, just because I like wanted miso, kind of. It's not like miso soup, but it was like a miso-based broth, you know? And I really wanted that. And Cammy really was enjoying the black sesame, so we switched, and it was, like, everything was good. It was really, it was pretty good. It was quite yummy, you know? I won't give it like a huge, amazing rating. So, but it was like, it was quite good. It was fine, you know? And it was maybe, like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I would probably go there again and pay that amount. But just because it's like a vegan ramen place, it like gets an extra point. So I think it would end up like a 7, you know? which is quite good, which is like I would go back there type of numbers, right? And so that was really fun. But here's the deal. Cammy cannot finish. She cannot finish at all. She is too full. So, she's like, I just can't do it. So I have to finish it, right? I have to finish it because the vibes aren't like ask for it to go after you've begun, at least as far as we can tell, you know? It's like a for here or to go situation is like what we understand it to be. So I finish Cammy's and I'm gulping it down and I'm sitting there, I'm dying. I'm like, I'm gonna freaking pop. Have y'all seen there's a new Mega Pokemon. They've announced a new Mega. They announced Mega Victory Bell. I don't know if you know what he looks like, but that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like Mega Victory Bell, okay? You can give him a quick Google search if you want. They've also announced Mega Dragonite, who is like the coolest freaking guy ever, and Mega Hawlucha, who is maybe even cooler. But, you know, I'm dying. I'm so full. And Cammy's like, wow, I'm so full. And so what does she suggest we do? Go to Gongcha. She wants us to go to Gongcha. Like the one that's everywhere in Southern California. The one that's like, actually, there are multiple that are like driving distance from her house. Aren't you full? Aren't you full? You have Gongcha all the time. She doesn't, but she could. So we're just searching. We're searching and searching and searching in this little area of Tokyo Station. And Tokyo Station also has some other stuff we want to do. It has Chiikawa Land. It has a Pokemon store. It has a bunch of other anime shops, right? So, you know, we're like kind of in this area and we're looking for this Gongcha and we just actually cannot find it. Like it's simply not there. It is simply not there. We searched hard, okay? We are following Google Maps. Google Maps at this point of the trip kind of lost where I was. It stopped being very accurate about my exact location and which way I should go, like at this point of the trip, and never really recovered. But what that meant was we could not find Gongcha literally ever. We never found it. We just never found it. So instead, we went to an almond milk place. And, you know, we went and we got like the little almond milk latte thing. We may have just had almond milk. Like, I don't even remember if it was tea. It may have literally just been almond milk. And of course, I have to help Cammy finish this too. Because, as is the way that Japan functions, we're supposed to sit there and have the drink, and then finish it, throw away the cup, and then leave. And Cammy's like, oh, I was just thinking about like walking around with my little drink, I forgot. And I'm like, oh my god, she's going full girlfriend. I have to freaking drink her freaking drink. I have to drink her freaking drink. So we're just sitting there. I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm like, ooh, can I do it? Am I strong enough? Even after having like 1.5 ramens, I finish it, and we were like, okay, why don't we like just go see all the stuff that we kind of want to see, but not all the stuff that we're super passionate about, because we're already here in Tokyo Station and we're feeling a little better now that we've eaten ramen, right? Even after a really long day. So let's go check out a lot of the stores. So we went and we found the Miffy store. That was cute. we went to, we saw the Chiikawadland store and the Pokemon store. We saw where they were. We did not go because we were going to go the next day when they opened. We saw the Shonen Jump store where they had a bunch of Shonen Jump stuff. This was the second Shonen Jump store we'd seen because there was one at the Tokyo Skytree. There was a Mugiwara store for all One Piece. So that was kind of cool. Because you could like get a hat. That was kind of the extent. Cammy was like, "Do you want anything in here?" I was like, "No." Like, no. Hello? There were a couple other stores that had some cool stuff in them. There was a store that had a ton of Doraemon stuff. And at some point during this trip, I found out that you can't watch all of Doraemon. Like, you can't start from the beginning and watch the anime. It's nowhere to be found. Like some of it is lost media, which I didn't know at all. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. So, you know, like, we pass the bathroom, we're just walking through all these stores and looking at all the cool stuff. We passed, like, a tiny little Paddington pop-up, and we decided that this was not the place to get a gift for Dusty. They just didn't have anything that really spoke to us more than, like, just the fact that it was Paddington. And we had already gotten, the Calcifer bag, and the Calcifer bag was legit. Had we already gone to Chiikawaland? I mean, not Chiikawaland. Had we already gone to Sanrio Puro Land? I think we had, right? I've already talked about that. So we had already gotten Dusty her little Nenufar keychain, and Maya as well, her little Hello Kitty Apple one. So we felt like we didn't have to get something, so we didn't force Paddington to work, you know? So yeah, we like walked past a bunch of cool stuff. There was a Gashapon store. We like didn't even look in it. We were just like, we don't want Gashapon. And so yeah, we're like excited. I'm ready to go home. And then Cammy's like, "Jack, I have to pee." And I'm like, "We just walked past the bathroom." And I said, "Do you have to go to the bathroom?" And you said, "No." It had been like 5 minutes. So now Cammy has to pee. And that's really where the girlfriend part ends. I have fun making fun of her, but in reality, I mean, she just like had to go to the bathroom and then like forgot that she can't walk around with her little drink like she likes to at home, you know? So it actually wasn't that bad. Well, also she wanted me to finish her food, but that happened throughout the entire trip. So, you know, it wasn't actually that bad, but it was very fun to make fun of her for it, you know? And funny to pose it, like, "Oh, my girlfriend being a freaking girlfriend, am I right? Am I right, fellas? Am I right, fellas? Fellas, am I right?" So, it's crazy that we never found Gongcha, by the way. I actually can't believe that. Anyways, we go home on the train, and this is where I do my little embarrassing Batpeg moment, okay? Because right here I have 3 different things where I've written something, comma, Japan in my notes. I have 3 different things. So my first one is bottled water, comma, Japan. Now, I can't tell you for sure that I like bottled water in Japan more. What I can tell you is that for the price that we paid, the amount of water that we got, and the taste of the yummy bottled water, The deal was so unfathomably better. Like, it was more water than you get out of Smart Water, but the yumminess of the Smart Water, where it doesn't taste that much, like something weird, you know? Like, sometimes you get an Aquafina or a Dasani, and you're like, oh, like, this has a flavor. And that's not what I'm looking for. We got, like, a big bottled water that was, like, just the store brand that was cheap. And it tasted like clean, nice, friendly water. Really, really wonderful, especially when it was hot. So, you know, sorry to be another friggin' influencer telling you that the Konbini is a really nice experience, but it was just easy, you know? It was just easy. And I can't tell you for sure that American bottled water is not like this, because I don't drink bottled water, like, almost ever, right? I try to avoid it when I can. But what I can tell you is that this bottled water was a banger. Okay? Oh, I actually only have 2 Kama Japan things. The next one is water pressure. Dude, like, this freaking shower is the best shower I've ever freaking had in my whole freaking life. The only problem was how big the room was, like how big the shower space was, like the little square. I think I've already talked about this, but just like the controls were so easy to get the shower pressure and heat that you wanted. It was so wonderful. Like, we got back from this little trip, you know? Well, it's not a little trip. We got back from our day, and Cammie so graciously allowed me to get into the shower first again to rinse off from the big freaking stinky day. Or, not stinky, sorry, sticky. And I got in with the water like a little warm and like slowly worked it down until I was taking like a pretty cold shower. I did this a lot because I was thinking, you know, since I'm walking so much, they say cold shower is good for the muscles. And also, it's good for not sweating. Because I was imagining that the absolute worst case scenario would be if I got out of the shower and then I began to sweat again before I got into bed. That would just be actually the worst. So, like, when I rinsed off, I wanted to do it cold. And I really did just rinse off. Like, I would get in, kind of, like, clean myself of the sweat and the stickiness of the day, because it was so humid there that, like, you know, there's nothing you can do. You just will become a little sticky. And so I just rinsed myself off in, like, some cold-ish water, like, pretty cold. It was a cold shower. And called it a day. So that was really nice. And we just went to bed. So we wake up the next day, and this is our last day in Tokyo, ? Day 1 was Skytree, day 2 was Sanrio Pearland, and this is day 3, not including travel, which would be day 0 in this specific counting. Day 3, we are going to check out the stuff at Tokyo Station. We are going to go to Akihabara, but not for what you're thinking. And we are going to visit... I think we had something else, but I don't remember right now. So the gist is, we wake up and we've learned from our mistakes, okay? Our microwave is in fact a toaster oven, and it is not a microwave. And as such, we cannot reheat the curry in it. So we reheat the curry in the pot that we originally made it on. When I say we, I mean Cammie. She did this for me. It was very sweet. She takes very, very good care of me. And you know what, Penguins? Like, she actually just takes care of everybody. Like, today at the Angels game, this fan accidentally, like, slipped and spilled their beer all over a woman. And Cammy, like, turned around once she kind of had she had, like, gathered her like, senses. And her composure. Once she had gathered her composure, Cammy turned around and was like, hey, like, do you want some water to help you clean off? And she was like, that'd be really nice, thank you. So Cammy, like, grabs a napkin and, like, wets it for her. And I was like, wow, this is the best. Like, she's so sweet. She just will help anybody. So that was really nice. But yeah, Cammy reheated the curry in the pot. And that was really nice. It was very good. I finished it all up. It was delectable. And we had made just enough curry for it to be 4 meals, ? Maybe 5? It was 4 or 5 meals worth of curry. Which made our groceries, I think, worth it in the end. Although they were very expensive. And Cammy ate a bento. Because we had gotten the bento box from the, like, Whole Foodsy type expensive grocery store where we got all our groceries. Cammy ate the second bento here in the morning because she kind of liked it. So, bright and early, we're heading to Tokyo Station to go to Chiikawaland and the Pokemon store. We literally almost got there for opening. Like, we went early, you know? And we were some of the first people in the Chiikawaland store. And so Cammy bought a few things, actually. I remember being quite surprised. But Cammy was, like, kind of purchasing, you know? Like, she was getting in there. And I was like, okay, like, this is kind of crazy. But Cammy's, like, buying, you know? Like, little chip clips and things of the like. I'm passing Castle Park. Castle Park is the new golf and stuff, Penguins. Castle Park has, like, rides. Cammy wants to go with actual desperation. She, like, is researching. She's so excited to go on a date with me to Castle Park when she gets a job. And, you know, I really hope she gets the job that she's applying to with PETA. I think that the odds are quite high that she gets it. But, again, knock wood, I don't like counting my chickens. I haven't expressed to her that I think it's likely that she gets the job. But, you know, I hope she gets it. It'll be really good for her own confidence and her sanity and her comfortability and our financial situation. Like, it'll just be really good if she gets a job. But, yeah, okay. What was I saying? Oh, we get there, like, very early. We're, like, the first people freaking there. And so there was, like, the cutest umbrella ever at this Chiikawaland in Tokyo Station. And what was crazy is, like, when we saw this umbrella, we were like, oh my god, like, there's no way. Like, this is exactly what I was looking for, is a super cute umbrella. Like, I had said this. It was one of the things I wanted to buy, was, like, a cute umbrella. And, so before we bought it, we were like, well, let's go upstairs to the Pokemon Center. Right? Because, it's possible that there's a cute umbrella at the Pokemon Center, too. So, who knows, right? Who knows what could happen? So we go up to the Pokemon Center after Cammy has made her purchases. And, who is there but Torchic? And Torchic, the little fire starter cutie chicken, is, like, one of my mom's favorite Pokemon, because it was the first Pokemon that she got, like, for me, you know? She had just, like, this cute little chick, and she gave it to me, and I was like, no way, Torchic! So, Torchic is, like, he, like, holds a special place in my mother's heart. So I call her, and I can call her because it's actually so early in Japan that, like, my mother is still up, you know? And I was like, hi, Mom, is there any way I could get you to wear a cute little guy on your bag? Like, is there any way? And she's like, you can at least convince me once. And I was like, awesome, thanks, love you, bye. And I hung up. and we got Torchic, and so, you know, it was really cute. He's just like a small little, like, keychain type of guy, you know? Like if you were to buy the Lilium's bunny, like that size guy, like if you got a Chiikawa plush, or he's like the same size as my Chiikawa plush that I had gotten, and he's smaller than a Labubu, but he functions as a boo-boo. You can put him on your bag. That's what we wanted for my mother. Also, there was the Tokyo Station train conductor specific Pikachu. So we were like, okay, we gotta get one of those. And there was a girl like, oh my gosh, do they have my favorite Pokemon? And her friends are all like standing there looking, and they're like, no, they don't have him. And then I heard them say, like, one of the friends was like, is that him? And she was like, no, that's like the evolved one. That's he's like the bigger version of him. Like, I want the little one. And then I was like, I'm pretty sure they're talking about Bidoof right now. Like, I'm pretty sure they're talking about the Bidoof. Like, she wanted Bidoof. And then I heard them say Bibarel. And I didn't have the strength this early in the morning to say to this woman, like, hey, you just missed him, but Bidoof is right here. You know? Like, he's literally right there. But I was like, Cammy, can you tell them? Because it's like a white family. Like, it's like a family that speaks presumably only English. I know they speak English because they're speaking it to one another. And they're like looking for Bidoof. And I was like, Cammy, can you tell them? Like, I'm really sorry, but can you tell them that Bidoof is right there? Because I'm like so confident that they want Bidoof. And then, you know, she walks over to them, and then I start like panicking. I'm like, oh my god. First of all, I'm eavesdropping, and that's weird. Second of all, if I'm wrong, this is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened, and I'm subjecting Cammy to it. Like, this could be the worst thing ever. But then Cammy's like, oh, Bidoof's like right here, blah blah blah, and she's like, oh my god, thank you so much, blah blah blah. And so everything worked out. It was great. They have no umbrellas, so we check out, we buy our Torchic, we buy our train conductor Pikachu, and then we go back downstairs to Chiikawa Land to get an umbrella. And so you might think that this is embarrassing, like I did, because we have a bag from Chiikawa Land from maybe 15 minutes ago. Sorry if you can hear the AC, I'm turning it on one. So, it's a little embarrassing. So we're hiding the Chiikawa Land bag. Like, there's one side that's white and one side that shows Chiikawa Land. And we have, like, the white side pointing outwards. But we go in, and I buy my umbrella. And I carry this umbrella everywhere we go for the rest of the trip to keep it safe. Literally everywhere we go, I carry this umbrella. Everywhere. We did another kind of like sweep through to see if they had any Drifloon or Girafarig plushes for Gabe, but they did not. And while I'm buying my umbrella, you know, we had already walked through the store and seen that they had these like birthday charms, and basically what that means is that they have a different charm for every single day of the year, and it's supposed to be that you get the one of your birthday. So we noticed as we were like in line for the umbrella that they had Chiikawa birthday charms. Like, they had them at the Chiikawa store at Chiikawa Land, and I didn't notice that the first time through. I thought they were only for like the Miffy store and man, I can't remember what other store had them. I think there was like a Kirby Cafe pop-up where it was like not a pop-up store, but like a Kirby Cafe without the cafe, like a Kirby Cafe store. And so we didn't really get anything there, but the Chiikawa one was like a great opportunity because I had shown my mom some of the Chiikawa panels, right? I was showing my mom like this arc where Chiikawa is studying for the level 5 weeding certification exam to become a level 5 certified weeder so that they could make more money. And, whoa, I just passed a Herman Miller store. Like the really expensive chair brand. That's cool. Dusty's dad had one of them chairs. Because he was like a video editor. And if you're a video editor, you probably should get a good chair. So, sorry, I'm yawning. I say sorry not because I think it's loud when I yawn, but because like it means that there's going to be a break in the action. There's going to be a break in the PEG action. So, guys, I gotta freaking pee. That's why they don't tell you about an hour-long drive, except they do. Kami said, you gotta pee before you go. And I did, is the problem. The In-N-Out pink lemonade really surprised me with my first sip. I thought, wow, this is really good. But I've gotten deeper into it. I've tasted more and more. And Penguins, In-N-Out pink lemonade is like if hot dog on a stick lemonade was a little bit worse and it was the color pink. The In-N-Out lemonade tastes very syrupy. Okay? If you want good lemonade and you have the choice, you should go to hot dog on a stick. Unless In-N-Out is cheaper, in which case they're like almost the same. It's just that In-N-Out is a little worse. So if it's like half the price, you should just get the In-N-Out one, to be honest. So, my mom kind of has a soft spot for Chiikawa, and her favorite one is Hachiware, the cat. At least I think that's the case. So we found the charm for my mother's birthday, and so I got that for her as well. So I had bought her the Chiikawa charm and the little plushy Torchic, like bag keychain. And so those were both really fun gifts to get her. All in all, I ended up having the Mudbray from the first Pokemon Center, the Torchic, and the Chiikawa thing, which is just so funny because I got her 2 Pokemon and then like a Chiikawa, and I was like, yep, that's what my mom gets from Japan. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, so after we went to Chiikawaland, where did we go? We went to Chiikawaland, and then we didn't go to Akihabara right away. Where did we go? Oh, I remember! Yeah, I gotta get over, like, now. It's okay. Everything worked out. Actually, I didn't have to get over, like, at that exact second. I just had to get over relatively quickly. I think this car did not like the fact that I merged in front of them, even though I didn't, like, cut them off. They're kind of speeding past me. I'm just not going to make eye contact. I'm getting off the highway here, too, so it should be fine. Okay. Yeah. They left. They're not following me. Am I almost there? I feel like this is the part of the drive where I'm almost there. Oh, wait, there's a timer. Or a clock. I guess I can't really see it because I have the notes, but whatever. I remember we were going to go to the Ginza Loft. We were going to Ginza so that we could go to Loft so that we could buy a bunch of matcha for people. And there were 2 tiers of matcha that we were buying for people. There was the tier where we were going to Uji and getting legit really good matcha for the people who were like very close and the people who we knew actually liked matcha and like could tell the difference in good and bad matchas. And then there was the tier of people who were like, maybe someone was like, oh my god, if you're going to Japan, buy matcha for me, I'll pay you back. And we don't know them as well, right? Like, Cammie's roommate's sister was one of the people we bought matcha for at the Loft. So, you know, we went there. It's a very touristy spot. But we went to go and get, like, gifts for people. And also just because it was a fun thing to do. So, we get off our train. And as we're walking to the Loft, we kind of come up to this, like, weird... My phone wants us to go through this weird mall. And it's, like, it's kind of, like, in the shape of a cross. But it's just, like, so hard to navigate for some reason. Like, it was really hard to get through. It's just super weird. But we stopped in there because they had a bunch of face towels that were so cute. They had Chiikawa ones that, like, were the cutest thing I've ever seen. Like, if I did if I did makeup on my face, or if I, like, washed my face thoroughly and used a bunch of different stuff every night, I would have bought, like, multiple of them. They were insane. They had crazy Pokemon ones. They had crazy Chiikawa ones. Like, freaking insanely cute. They had Ghibli ones as well. But Chiikawa and Pokemon hold more important spots in my heart than does Ghibli. And that's not to say I don't like Ghibli. But it is to say that I love Chiikawa and Pokemon. They're both, like, very important to me. They're, like, a part of my identity, I would say. So, I didn't finish saying this earlier, but, like, moving in with Cammie has made me have to face a lot of scary things. And being in my classes has made me really feel like, man, I really wish that I had a therapist right now. But I don't really have the money to do that, nor do I have the time. And could I figure it out and, like, have the money probably and have the time probably? Yes. But do I really think it's worth it? Like, I don't think so. I think the increased time pressure from having to go to therapy would cause this whole thing. I think it just wouldn't be worth it for me anymore. I think it just wouldn't be worth it for me. So, you know, that's what I was trying to say earlier. Anyway, we leave the weird, like, shopping mall. We get through it, and there are just so many giant department store type buildings. And one of them, I notice, as we're walking past it, is a, like, some department store. I don't remember what it was called. Maybe I wrote it down. No, I just called it a department store in my notes. Sorry, I kept glancing and then glancing back at the road and then glancing back at the road, you know? Because you gotta practice safe driving. You have to keep looking at the road. Can I, like, get this stuff off my back windshield with my windshield wiper? Or is it just, like, condensation? Dude, my freaking windows fog up so bad. Whatever. So, I think I'm about at my exit. Yeah, I'm, like, at my exit. I should focus. Make sure I don't miss it. Oh, I think I don't get it. No, I do get over here. I get over right here. Okay, it says exit 77C. And this is exit 77B. Oh my god. This guy just cut fully across me. I can't see where his car is from, though. It's too dark. He could be an Irvine driver, but we don't know. Yay! I didn't miss my exit! And now I know how to get home from here. So, I don't even need the GPS. But, as we're walking to the Ginza Loft, I notice a sign that says on the 6th floor of this department store, there is a pop-up for the Nagano Market. And Nagano is the creator of Chiikawa. So Cammie and I are like, okay, well, we gotta go. We gotta go. I mean, really, honestly, what's crazy is before the trip, we had planned out so many things. We planned out everything we were going to do except Chiikawa. There were a couple places that we thought we might be able to find Chiikawa. Like maybe if we go to the Skytree, maybe if we go to Tokyo Station. But like we couldn't tell for sure. And it was like I just don't think it's like really in the cards. Like we can try our best, but it kind of seems like it might be difficult. Like if we can't find anything, then it's okay. And then our trip actually ends up being basically we go from Chiikawa store to Chiikawa store. Like, it's insane. On the Skytree day, we go to the Chiikawa land. On the Puro Land day, we pass the Chiikawa land. The next day, we go to the same Chiikawa land in the morning. And then we see the Nagano market when we're walking to the loft. And we did go to Nagano Market, but we went after we went to the loft. So I'll have to tell the story of the loft first. I'm not going to be able to tell you much of it, though, because the PEGCAST is coming to a close. I'm very, very close to being home, Penguins. Something that was annoying originally when I was first, parking here at my place, or at Cammy and I's place. At Cammy's and my place. I texted my grandfather that thank you so much for the money that you gave me. Well, I'm going to spend it on like furniture and stuff for Cammy and I's place. And his response was, it's clear that somebody wasn't an English major. Oh my God. Like what? Like what? You know? Yeah, he obviously meant it as a joke, but like, come on. I think I went a block farther than I normally go. This isn't wrong, but I'm coming at it from a different direction than I normally do. So I'm kind of confused. Is this it? Is this my place? This is not it. But the next one is? No, the next one isn't either. Where is it? Oh, I recognize this. Okay, so it's right here. It's right here. Yes. Okay, found it. Boop. So, yeah, we, when I first moved here, like, I would plug in the address for where I was going, and then it would, like, take me to the wrong parking lot. Like, I couldn't park there. I have a designated spot, and it would take me to the wrong one. So it took actually so much longer than it needed to for me to move the pin to where, like, my actual parking spot is and call that home in my phone, you know? Apparently you can set multiple things as home, which is kind of cool. But, so, you know, that's nice. Guys, I have to pee so freaking bad. I also have a billion things to take in. Oh, wait, I don't know. I think this is my spot, right? Yeah, this is my spot. But yeah, we went to freaking... Hold on, sorry. Boom. They call me the parking freaking legend. You guys don't even know. You don't even know the half of it. We went to the Ginza Loft. I saw the Nagano Market. Surely we will return. You know what? I will leave you guys hanging on that cliff. This is actually a good place to stop because it's like before we go to the Ginza Loft, which is like a section of our day, you know? It's like a section of our day. So I'll leave you guys hanging on that cliff right here. Oh my God. I'm gonna freaking pee myself. What should I do? Everybody comment below, do you have a rice cooker? Because I'm about to take in a rice cooker that we got from Cammy's mom. I'm about to take that into the house. So I have a rice cooker. Everybody comment below, do you have a rice cooker that you can call your own? Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Sorry to leave you hanging on that cliff, but I do need to take in some stuff and then get to bed. So make sure to like, subscribe, do all the great stuff, and yes, goodbye.